week for Power fans.
No, what do you mean good ass week? We got one of our main shows ending. That's not good.
We getting 20 episodes.
That's good though.
Right. That's basically
Technically 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's like 2 seasons.
I told you, Guts.
June.
Yeah, but they still got one more season that they're supposed to do. Allegedly, there's supposed to be 6, right? I think
They're gonna spin off. That's fine. You're gonna get a spinoff next year.
Okay, hold on. Let's Simon's trying to get right to it. Hold on. Vegas, are you ready for the YouTube stuff?
We're already live.
When? Like, were we live from time?
No. We were live as soon as you started talking about power and stuff.
Okay. I was like, holy, we're saying some wild stuff off the live. But yo, it's your boy Gutsy.
It's your boy Vegas.
You know, it's the Man Dem show. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We live on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So should I go on Instagram and tell people, bring people over?
It's up to you. I mean, it's up to you.
I'm not really feeling the Instagram live right now. But yeah, make sure you guys tap in. Link for the Man Dem merch in the bio, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, I was saying it was kind of a bad week for Power fans, but allegedly our Power aficionado, he says nah, you know what I'm saying? We've had him on a couple of months ago. I believe it was the end of Tommy's show when we spoke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Raising Kanan just finished. We're pretty much the starting of BMF season 3, mid. But
garbage.
It's not garbage. I won't say it's garbage. It's on the mid. It has hope.
I thought Raising Kanan season 3 was mid.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the end.
I like the end, and the middle was cool. I feel like the beginning was pretty decent, but okay, so season 2, I feel like it was like a lot of I feel like it was kind of mid in the beginning, and then 6 through 10 was insane, amazing. And then the finale was just, oh my god. And then I feel like maybe with the exception of episode 1 was okay. Episode 2 was insane. That was like, when Sal Baselli got killed. That was a crazy episode. And then I feel like it was mid up until the unique death scene, where he got allegedly killed and rode down the hill for an hour. But
that I did not. I don't know, man. I just didn't like them bringing him back.
I like them bringing him back. I think. I mean, he said it himself in the episode where he was telling Marvin in season 2, basically, like, if that body don't show up, he's still talking.
Facts.
He said it himself. So I kind of always in the back of my head said, well, damn, like he got to be alive if he says some shit like that.
Yeah, because it's like usually they do tell you like you have to see a dead body, and I mean his body was kind of dead, but like nobody found his body. Nothing. That to me that was just like, but then him, I don't know. I just would have been cooler with him being dead. I like his characters are going to be, if I'm assuming they're going to keep him in, his character has to be completely different. It can't be this. We're not seeing the same Unique anymore.
Right, but since season 4 will be the last season, because obviously the CEO came out and said that basically no show is going to get past 4 now. So that means Raising Kanan is stopping at 4. BMF is stopping at 4. And then Force is gonna stop at 4. So Force got another 2 seasons, so that's still fine. But Raising Kanan, this will be it. So they have to go out with a bang. Literally, they're gonna probably kill off a lot of characters this season, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm thinking they pretty much we're gonna find out if Unique is Breeze. Like this season, they have to Breeze has to show up this season. Like I'm assuming.
Yeah,
he's got to be showing up this season. But yeah, I think. Like what's gonna happen with Marvin, Jukebox?
Yeah, they can't go into Power Origins without having Breeze already established. So I say that because I don't think that Tommy and Ghost obviously is gonna be their prequel, but I don't think they're gonna lead their prequel. I think Kanan and maybe Jukebox, but I think Kanan is gonna be the lead. Kanan and whoever they cast as Breeze, even if it happened to be Joey Badass, I think they are the leads. Kind of like how Raquel, Lou, and Marvin are the leads of Raising Kanan. And then Kanan is a character, and Jukebox is a character, and the story revolves around them somewhat. but they're not the mains.
Yes, you're
I
right.
think it's going to be the same way for Origins. It probably will be maybe K Egan, whoever they cast as K Egan. But I think that those will be the ones, you know what I'm saying, that will be the leads. And then they'll eventually start to develop Ghost and Tommy's story, but not out the gate.
Yeah.
Wait. One of my favorite characters from the series was the Tommy's quote unquote father. Are we seeing him?
And Curtis will probably be a main for the first season. I don't think he stays around that long. He may get 2 seasons, maybe. But he'll probably be a heavy force in the first season because they're trying to develop Ghost. And the mother will probably be introduced as well, and then she's gonna disappear, and then Curtis may get 2 seasons, but I think that's it for him.
I think that's the biggest thing for me is like them figuring out and deep diving more on Ghost's past, because I was talking to my sister earlier. Like, I felt like that's where the only thing I feel like they really dropped the ball is just what was Ghost's past? Like we know obviously about Tommy, everything, but before he met them, like what led up to that? Like why did he even go down that path? Like we're seeing why Kanan did. Tommy, we kind of already see why he ended up doing it, but we never really quite see why Ghost ended up going down that path.
Well, I think it's more along the lines of we're gonna realize through the origin story that Ghost at 14, which is probably when they kind of bring him in, Ghost at 14 is pretty much Tariq at 14. It's probably going to be a lot of parallels there. When they write it back, they're going to really literally show that he's no different than Tariq, and he's no better than Tariq. The only difference is, obviously Curtis died when he was a lot younger. So Tariq had his father until he was about 16, 17. Well, he killed him, but whatever. But he had him until he was about 16 or so. But Ghost lost his father a lot earlier. So that kind of left him in a situation where his mom wasn't around, and he basically kind of like was couch to couch type of situation until Kate basically brought him in. So he just has to like he kind of has to get involved in the game where Tariq didn't have to. And people, I don't know why people don't get this through their head. Kanan did not have to sell drugs.
He didn't
at all. So
Raquel didn't even want him in the game
at all. Same with Curtis. Curtis didn't want Ghost in the game at all, but he didn't listen and kind of went about it his way. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ghost was the one that actually took out his father. I don't know if that's maybe why he didn't show his face around his family again or what, but I mean, I hope that's not the storyline, because that storyline is getting repetitive.
Yes. I don't want to see that.
I was actually hoping it was Davis McLean that did it with Theo when they was kids, but I think they said the name of the person that they killed, but that would have been a good Easter egg if they kind of set that up for us to find out later that Davis was the one that killed him.
Ooh, I like you need to be one of these writers. We gotta get you, you know what I'm saying? We gotta hit up 50 and get you over there, because I like the way your thinking is with this. Hold on, before we even continue, because we didn't even introduce our guests.
Right.
We got Sam from Power is Fire, Instagram and podcast. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys tap in, subscribe to his channel. Sam, really quick, you have any shout outs? Anybody want to big up?
Oh, wait, say that again.
Any shout outs? Anybody you want to big up?
Oh yeah, just shout out to all my followers, all of my people who don't follow me and curious and following me, whatever. Shout out to the Power fans, of course. Shout out to Courtney Kemp, shout out to Mark Canton and everybody, 50 Cent, everybody that has anything to do with stars. Shout out to everybody in the Power universe, because but definitely shout out to the fans, man, because if it wasn't for us, there will be no Power.
Facts. Like I said last night on live, I put Canada on Power. they were rocking with Power. Really quick though, I think Vegas wasn't talking about
Ghost. I was talking about
Ghost.
Tommy.
You're talking about Tommy's dad.
Yeah.
The one that was in jail.
Yeah, like I wonder if he's gonna make an appearance. Obviously, like maybe some sort of storyline with the Italian mobs, like the Italian gangsters and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? In the origin story.
I hope so. I mean, I think Teresi should definitely be in the origin story, but seeing as though he didn't meet Tommy, they could show him and Kate meeting.
That's
Him
right.
and Kate probably interacting or something like that, but not because when they're showing origins, Tommy's like I want to say they're in middle school, high school, right? So
Oh
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure he's probably out doing whatever. He'll probably check in maybe a one, two times, but I think really, just like Sam was saying, honestly, I think it's really gonna be about like Kate, the uncles, the dads, the other people. And what's interesting too, I kind of don't want Tasha to be in this. I kind
She's
of want
gonna
her to
be
have
there.
her.
She's gonna be there.
I
She's
want her to have her own origin. To tell you
it
the
won't
truth,
be it won't be until like season 4 because remember he was messing with Angela in high school. So Angela will probably be the first maybe couple seasons or so, or maybe the first 3 seasons, and then well, I have to be the first 2 because if they ended at 4, then it's only going to be the first 2 seasons, and then Tasha will probably get the next 2.
that's why I'm cool with them not even putting Tasha in there. Maybe he meets her at like the last episode, and she gets her own complete origin where she can narrate it. Notori can narrate it, kind of, and just show Tasha's upbringing because Tasha's cold. Remember when she told Ghost, "Yo, you got to cut off them heads," and da 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 da. And it's like she's her own little bad girl where they can really just set up her story too, like a little.
I agree with that. I think they should do whatever. I don't know what span of time they're gonna do, but they have to kind of. It's too much time. It's too much time gap. So raising Kanan, let's just say he meets Kanan and goes. They may have to age up because if season 4 is the last season, they're gonna have to age Kanan and Ghost up
Facts.
because it was supposed to be a 5-year gap, but it may not be that big of a gap now. Unless they start them out selling drugs before 14, which I hope they don't do. That'd be kind of wicked. But
I mean, Kanan did have the little kids running around there, like.
he did. And maybe so. I don't know, but I just think that they have to kind of push that storyline a little bit more because this is how I think it should go. It should be the origin story should be maybe like when they're like 14, 15, but they don't have to take as long as they did in Raising Kanan. I feel like it's like tell a story kind of. There was corner boys and they kind of how they came up. But this storyline I feel like it's gonna talk about everyone else and like their path to how they started to raise this.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, we got. But I feel like they do that, and then they should end the origin story in 2005. So '05 is when Jukebox goes to DC, and that's when Kanan is locked up. So like
they show pretty much how Ghost set up Kanan, how Ghost and pretty much Tasha set up Kanan.
Yes. So that's why I said Tasha has to be in at least the last season because they have to set that part up and Angela leaving him and him being depressed and all that. You know what I'm saying? So and then Tommy kind of becoming a savage in between that time. So I think they have to kind of tell that story. And then '05 to basically when they open up Truth. They have to tell that story because that's really when Ghost became a boss.
True.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, they have to tell that story. Then I think they should do a whole separate spinoff, where Jukebox goes to DC, like a whole Jukebox cop storyline.
By the way, she's the MVP of Raising Kanan last season. I'm sorry, I there was something about her this season. You don't think so?
No.
Who was the MVP for Raising Kanan then for you?
Ronnie, what the fuck?
Who's that?
Ronnie.
Oh shit! Yeah, how did I forget Ronnie?
I hated
You're
Ronnie.
Right. No, you're right. I'm wrong on that. Yeah. That crazy ass psychopath.
Yeah, he's nuts. But I would say that he built Unique's character. I think without Ronnie, Unique doesn't be who he's going to be in the future. That's obvious.
Sure.
That's obvious.
Because I felt like he took nothing but L's this season. I felt like when he died, like you were saying, like when he died, I was like, okay, well, maybe he should stay dead because it was like, what was the point of your storyline? You did absolutely nothing compared to what he was doing in season 1 and 2. I felt like season 1 Unique was insane. A problem. Season 2 Unique in the beginning was insane, and then he kind of fell off because Rock pretty much, gave him all these L's, and then he went to go sleep with her.
Yeah, that's where you fucked up. Man slept with the ops, man. He messed up already.
Is crazy.
He had a bad character development. I will say that. I didn't really like his character development. Lou to me had one of the better ones. We spoke about this last time. I felt I felt I don't like the way what they did with it, but I felt like his character development throughout the season, it was always so up and down. Like he was just one minute you don't know, like he was gonna be with Rocky and side with the team. Next minute he's an alcoholic. Like I just I liked that about that with his character, where you didn't know, like, could we trust him? Can we not? Is he gonna get help? Like I like that.
Lou had the worst character development of anybody in Power history.
What?
Sure.
You think so?
Yes, because he developed backwards. He's had 2 back-to-back bad seasons.
I think that's good though.
Season 2 was pretty good. Like, obviously he was kind of showing like, that killer side of him. He was back and forth with it. But the way it ended, he basically lost both his girls. He lost Jessica and he lost Ziza. So, he had that. The label situation was pretty much dead.
He pretty much lost his sister too. I mean, she cut
Yeah.
Rock cut him off. Like
Rock cut him off. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he's broke trying to figure things out. This season, it was starting off okay. Like he was doing the club thing, he was getting out in the zone, and then he became an alcoholic. Then he started snitching on himself and snitching on pretty much everybody else.
Everybody.
I felt like it was a really. Then he tried to kill himself at the end. I was just like, oh my god, all of that. You go to rehab and everybody thinking, oh, I'm like, oh, Lou is getting better. He's doing great. Then he go try to kill himself. I'm like, Lou, oh my goodness.
He stresses me out.
Terrible character development. Oh my gosh.
I liked it, man. He always just had me on the edge because I was just like, man, you're gonna get it together. Like I always have faith in him, but it's like, man, he just couldn't get it together. And then Marvin just seemed like the only one that was just tried and true this season. And I don't know if it was just me. He seemed like he was eating healthier this season for some strange reason.
He was not. He was eating Slim Jims and noodles and hell no.
I seen him eating the apple and the 1-2 like last season.
One time.
He was donuts.
He was eating terrible this season. Chinese.
Oh. Yeah, he did eat the Chinese.
Yeah, like he was eating terrible. Crazy. I would say with Marvin, and I love Marvin. Marvin is my favorite character on Raise the Cane and one of my favorite in the universe. But he was really boring this season. Yeah, like he had that really explosive episode 2, and then everything after that was just him kind of being vulnerable with Juke and him being a good father. But that was it. He did nothing else this season.
It I was kind of scared off that they were gonna kill him off. I was the way we were portraying him this season. We're like, no, you guys are not getting rid of Marvin at the end. But I still kind of feel like he might go next season.
I think they all have to go with the exception of Rock, because Rock is dead. I think Rock is alive even in the current timeline, personally.
Yes, me too.
But the brothers gotta go this season, and I'm okay with that now because they made it to the end. You know what I mean? So it's okay. Yeah, they gotta take out the 2 brothers, and if Unique is Breeze, then clearly he's in it until maybe the end of the origin story.
True.
Yeah.
Let's keep on London Brown for a sec, because he was recently going viral with the comments that he had to make about Drea.
Oh gosh, terrible publicity. I mean, they say any publicity is good publicity. That was not good publicity.
Good publicity for him, you're saying? It wasn't good publicity
not
for
good
him?
Publicity for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like at this point in London's career now, he's beyond famous. Same with Michael Rainey with him coming out saying, that he wasn't notified about the show ending. You know what I mean? And every single blog picked it up. That's bad publicity for stars. You know what I'm saying? So like this situation, I don't think it goes in his favor, because I was even reading the comments and they just like, oh, you're this and you're that. And I'm just like, well, that's the last thing we need is, listen, Marvin is supposed to be the American, sweetheart, basically. Guy,
yeah. You
know what I mean? Like, and then he going on saying stuff like that. Like, listen, who cares about them people's business? That's on. As a regular person, yeah, we can have opinions about that. As a celebrity, it's different.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
I think he was trying to be in his like comedy bag, because I see he does a lot of comedy stuff too, so I think he was just trying to make like maybe a comedy joke with the Drea thing, and it was just like, yeah, it went over people's head. So you have nothing to say about the Drea situation? You feel like, hey, if the age gap difference, it doesn't really matter? The only thing I have a problem with is if it was a guy, they would be getting at the guy. So like,
they would be, but I mean, I don't have any personal opinion about it. I think Drea is a beautiful, beautiful young lady. She's gorgeous, so I can understand why he hit. You know what I mean? But um, if he feels like he want to be with her, that's on that brother. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna have to pay for that. It didn't work out with Brittany Renner and what's the boy name?
PJ Washington.
Yeah, PJ Washington. It didn't work out with those two, but I love Brittany Renner. You know what I'm saying? Like she's cool. She has a great personality or whatever. If she's still a mother, so I'm not gonna disrespect anybody that's a mother. Um, but they made that choice, and he's no longer with her. I'm just hoping that him and Drea can actually figure it out. Because if they don't end up together, then it was all for what?
It was all for her.
You know what I mean? But whatever. I can't accuse her of that because I don't know if she really actually has genuine feelings for this guy. But it's just, it could be, you could say the same thing about Jaylen Brown was dating Bernice. So I don't know if they still dating or not, but if she end up pregnant, it is what it is. Them brothers got to deal with. They got to deal with it.
Well, they got the money, so whatever.
That's why Jaylen Brown's got the money, so I don't think he'll mind. Like 300 million. Hey,
right.
Sounds nice. 2 seconds. Hold on. Actually, no. I'll text the person. So you're speaking about Michael Rainey. He came out obviously said that he was confused by this whole thing. Obviously, you said that you didn't like it. That he came out and said that. But do you feel like Star should have came out and told him, or how do you even feel like why do you feel like they kind of canceled the show? Or
they did a Deadline article, and basically on the article the CEO of Stars basically can you even hear me? Because I know y'all can hear me, but like normally whoever the speaker is comes up front, so I don't know, I don't see myself.
Yeah, you're here. You're in you're in the front.
You gotta change it on gallery mode. You gotta change it on gallery or something like that.
Oh, got you. Oh, because I'm like,
no, speaker mode. Well, usually I have it. I have it on speaker mode, so it's usually on you because I have it on speaker mode too.
I have it on speaker mode. Well, it's all right. But as long as y'all can hear me, I'm good. I'm just making sure. I'm like, oh, well, hold on. I don't want this to y'all bring this up and then you can't find it no more.
No, we good.
So anyway, so the CEO of Stars came out and basically said that. No, I'm sorry. Before I always tell this story and forget this part. Stars and Lionsgate are no longer a thing. They've broken off. So Lionsgate is no longer the owner of Stars. Stars is its own single company now. So they have their own streaming platform. That's theirs now. That's all them. So obviously all of the shows that was on the network they now own, which is why they was trying to clear up some shows on the network. So that's why Blind Spotters got canceled and some of the other shows got canceled so that they can make room for some of these power spinoffs and things that they're about to make. Now, the CEO basically came out and said that after season 4, it becomes very expensive to make a show because it only gets more expensive as it goes on. But season 5 and 6 are extremely expensive to run. So he felt like it is cheaper. He knows for a fact that it is cheaper to literally start a whole new franchise, like not franchise, but start a whole new spinoff compared to doing a season 5 and 6. It's cheaper to do a whole 4 seasons than it is to do the 5 and 6. So that's why they're gonna break it off here and then go from there. But I understand why the actors and everybody on the show would feel like that because technically speaking, like if you work, let's just say you worked on a set for Ghost, right? You filmed the season with it kind of being open-ended. It wasn't like a official ending. So I don't know how they're gonna officially end the series because technically speaking, it ended the season, but they didn't end off, you know what I mean, the way it's supposed to kind of end off. So everybody's under the impression that okay, well, the write-in strike is over. We about to go back to work. And then they find out, like most people, like we did, and it said in the preview, final season. So they're like, what the hell? That mean we're not going back to work. So a lot of people felt like that. So and it makes sense. So obviously us as fans, we disappointed, and then them as actors, they disappointed too because now their job is at risk, so they don't know if they're gonna be in the spinoff or they're gonna be invited to maybe go into Force or something. But It's unknown, especially with Michael Rainey because he's the lead.
Yeah.
So he cannot, like, you can't have Michael Rainey as the lead for Ghost and then make him the lead for the next show. He could be a main, he could still have a storyline, but it won't make sense for him to be the main for the next show because he was already main in this show. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
think I think that's what hurts him the most is just like they built the show kind of around him, like, you're all right, we're gonna alley you a whole new show, everything, and now it's just like we're kind of going in another direction.
Yeah, I mean it's unfortunate. I mean, obviously, I think it's probably a conversation that 50 was willing or ready to have with him, or people from Stars was ready to have, but allegedly he didn't answer his phone. I don't know if that's true
Yeah.
or not. I can't, like, I don't have Michael Rainey's number to be like, yo, Michael, what's up with this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So I can only go based off what 50 said in public, and 50's responded in public because Michael went in public and said that.
Yeah.
He got to understand, like, he's a big deal now. I don't think like, obviously he's been doing Power for 10 years and he's done other movies and stuff now, but like Michael Rainey can't just walk down the street as a regular civilian. You know what I mean? Like he's a big time celebrity now. His face is very well known, especially with the black community.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So even people that don't watch the show, my sister know who Michael Rainey is. She don't even watch Power.
That's crazy.
Right. So you know what I mean? Like, um, so like things could come back to bite him. And unfortunately in this situation, like, 50 said what he said, but I don't know.
Well, I honestly think this came back to bite him for all the trolling he was doing to Da Vinci and Meech over the last couple of years. Like,
Yeah, but that's 50's doing. 50 set that whole thing up.
yeah, I know, I know. But it was just crazy to see that. I was waiting. I was on Meech page like, Meech, their show's canceled. That's your guys' time to, like, to say something. But Meech and Da
Well,
Vinci,
it's not canceled technically. It's just this is the
it's
final
the
season
end.
before they spin it off. This is just the end of Ghost. You know what I mean? But I don't want people to feel like it's canceled. Like I wouldn't say it's canceled because technically speaking, if you make it to season 6 and then you end it, was the show canceled? Technically, I guess yes, but no, not really.
I mean, if the higher ups cancel it, it's still canceled. But you still got out a good enough amount of seasons, though. You know
They
what I'm
didn't say it
saying?
was canceled. They just said this is the last season for this storyline. Then they're gonna spin it off. Now, the question I have, or you may be asking me this next: who's the spinoff?
Who, like, in general?
Yeah, like after this ends, who's the spinoff?
I think it's
Because
just Origin. I think it's just gonna be Origins. I don't think
I
there's
think it's
gonna
just gonna,
be.
yeah. I
no,
think they're
no,
just
they
gonna.
said, no, they're gonna end it to start a new show, not to start Origins. Origins is a spinoff to Raising Canaan. They
Oh
basically
right.
just telling us early that Raising Canaan ends at 4.
Fuck.
Because remember, if they in production right now at a show, that means that they have to write the show. The show has not even been written yet, so they have
Mm,
to write the show, and then them going in production means they have to now do the casting call and they need to
casting, all that.
actors. You know what I mean? It's a whole process. They have to film, Raising Canaan right now, finish that out, and then figure out how they are going to now adapt both into it because they're still writing season 4 is written already for Raising Canaan. So they already kind of know how they're gonna do it, but they may have to add in some more things towards the end to kind of adapt into them adding Tommy and Ghost.
Right.
So
Well,
yeah,
that's who I would assume. Tommy. I want to say that everything would be forced now. Like,
Yeah.
the show would be. I'm even thinking maybe a link up. You have Tommy, Tariq, and Tasha. Maybe I
For the
honestly
last
don't
two
know.
seasons, yeah, like kind of like folding Ghost's Power Book 2 into Force and kind of just amalgamate that for the last 2 seasons.
nah,
I'm
they're gonna have a whole new show.
I'm also hearing too. Now, I don't know. I guess I'll ask you this. One, do you feel like Ghost is gonna come? Is he going to come back for this final?
I think I don't know. I mean, well, like I said, okay, they had no way of knowing before that this was going to be the end. So I don't think that they would have done that had they been doing 6 seasons. That seems like a season 6 thing.
Mm,
Mm-hmm,
You know what I
mm-hmm,
mean? So if
mm-hmm.
they were to do that, then that means Michael Rainey would have to come back and they'll have to film the last episode and then Ghost will have to come back in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a possibility. I think that it would make the most sense that that's how they end it. But I just don't think that they were going to do that now. So season 4 is already filmed.
Mm.
Unless that's been a plan from the jump to end it like that. Why would they? Because if okay, so if they were gonna do 6 seasons and they filmed it already for Ghost to come in at the end of season 4, what does 5 and 6 look like with
Yeah.
Ghost alive? You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like it would be like, well, damn, what that was supposed to be the whole shebang to end it.
somebody was saying, but I guess I wish I would have saved their whole text because they were pretty much saying that Ghost is the one setting this whole thing up against Tariq right now, and he's the one that's masterminding this whole thing, and he's gonna come out in the end and be like, haha, you didn't get me, blah blah blah. But I was just like, I don't know if I'd like that either. I'm like,
I do like that, but I know that that is not the route that they were going because they were only filming season 4. That's not a season 4 move. That's a season 6 move.
Yeah, that's true.
I think everyone knows that like that will be a possibility for the last season, or even if we only got him as a hallucination. I don't
yeah.
think that's something you do in season 4.
A,
You know what I'm saying? So,
a hallucination, yes, you can do in season 4. A comeback
no,
you could do in
not
season
with
6.
Ghost, because if that was the case, then you should have did it when they had the hallucination scene when Ghost was on the phone. That would have been
Yeah.
the time to do it.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but unless they have a whole another scene like that planned where they bring in Dre, where they bring in Sean and
All the
Gold.
dead, all the dead.
I mean, people that wasn't
Angela.
right, or the new people that he killed, like you got Sebastian, like people like that he literally recently
Oh,
killed
all the
or
people
had
that
something to
we
do with,
killed.
right? Or he
Ah.
had something to do with their murder or whatever. But like there wasn't in that scene prior.
What about Homegirl, Proctor's daughter, niece?
Alyssa Marie.
You think that we're gonna possibly see her popping up?
Maybe. I mean, she's of age. I mean, I think she just turned 18. She may be turning 19 this year, actually. So that would mean that she's about 16 in the show. So she could come back around. But again, I feel like that's a season 5, season 6 move. I don't know. Unless she's in the spinoff. It would make sense to me. I would have loved to see. I tell people this all the time. I would have loved to see a spinoff with all of the kids that was affected by the OG power characters. So like Cash, Elisa Marie. Obviously you can do who else?
Oz's son. You could
You
the
could do
nephew.
Junior. Well, Junior is already in the
He's
storyline,
already in it.
but
You could
he
still.
could definitely be a part of it too. But who was it? Proctor, Cash. Oh, obviously Yaz. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yaz could be,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you could even do Ruiz's daughter, Isabel Ruiz.
Yes, yes.
She was affected by that whole thing because Tommy killed the father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they could bring back everybody that had anything to do, or any of the kids that was affected by it, or even people from Raising Canaan. You still got Warrell's kids, whoever Warrell's kids, because I don't know. I feel like it was mentioned for what reason that Warrell had 2 kids.
Kids, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like they can
Yeah.
bring that in the swing where Warrell kid come in. Jerome could come in as an adult. Because Jerome would be older than Sean. So Jerome would have probably been Dre's age. So I don't know.
It's crazy. Now that I think about it, they really have like a universe in the palm of their hands where they can do
Yeah.
whatever they want with it.
Yeah. They really do.
Sure.
Vegas, you had a question for me. Do you want to give that that you asked me yesterday? You want to give that to Sam and see
What
he
was the
says?
question? Fam, that was yesterday. I went to work.
Favorite
Oh yeah,
power moments.
yo, what's crazy is I was gonna ask him, but I'm thinking, did we already ask him that in the last, in our last?
Well, it might have changed. You never know. We had a couple of new seasons.
But yeah, so we were talking about favorite power OG moment. What is your ultimate favorite power OG moment from the OG Power series?
I would say would have to be something. I mean, I know the most shocking. I'm still shocked to this day about how Kanan killed Jukebox for sure. You You know what I mean? Killing his own cousin was wicked.
The man killed his son. I don't see why you thought that was that was shocking. Killing Jukebox, I think that was okay. Maybe like that I saw that. I
Well,
guess
that wasn't supposed to happen. They only did that because Anika Nani Rose couldn't continue to roll because she was supposed to last till about season 6.
Oh,
Yeah, she was supposed to do the whole series. But which is why they eventually had to kill Kanan off because that storyline, so I think she would have lasted till about definitely season 5 for sure. Um, but unfortunately, yeah. That was shocking. But I would say favorite moment. I mean, everybody loved the push to the forehead.
What I tell you?
I know.
What I tell you?
I know, Gutsy. I know.
What I tell you?
I was trying to think of a non-typical one.
It was just that acting of Ghost being a piece of shit was just amazing work. Like
I don't know about amazing because it actually made me not like his character so much because it was just like, all right, you acting like you basically the shit.
But that's a good when a character can do that, can make you dislike. Because I love Ghost, and that was the same shit when he started doing all that. Yo, my love of my life just died, Tash. I was like, yo, bro.
Not what he said. That line was never said.
Yeah, that line wasn't said. I looked it up too this afternoon. I couldn't find it. He said something else. I put it in the
So
clip.
what is that? The thing effect?
Tasha, he said, the woman I love is gone. He said, I'm living with this, that the woman I love is gone.
Yeah, that's what he wanted. Yeah, that's what he said.
That's still disrespectful as shit.
It is not. He was in love with Angela. That's a true statement. He was.
I know, but you don't tell your baby moms that's trying to get you back that.
That's his wife. That's his wife.
I mean, wife,
yeah, exactly.
right? Not even your baby mom, your
but
wife.
He didn't say the love of his life though. That's some shit the fans made up.
It's that Morse code thing that they keep talking about. That you hear it, and when you go back to it, it wasn't really what you heard.
Right.
Nah, I'm confused.
Fans just be making shit up. But another scene, definitely I would say is that jail scene where Ghost kills the marshal, where he killed
R.I.P. Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy, yeah. That was a crazy scene. I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, because he was dealing with Ghost Rock.
Yeah, that was a hell of a scene. And the brutalness of how he killed him too was like, whoa. But yeah, that's some of my favorite moments in the OG Power. Obviously I got one for every show, but yeah, definitely that's the OG one.
What about what was your take? What would you grade Ronnie?
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, what would you grade him? Where? Because I know you like to do
7. I'll give him a 7.
What about for like bad guys? Like, what would you rate him as like the Power Universe bad guy? Top tier, mid tier?
He was mid tier. Only because he only got a season. You know what I'm saying? Like we was talking about this on live the other day, and I was just like, yeah, Ronnie for a 1 season character. I think he had the biggest impact with the exception of Mecha, but then somebody was like, oh, Milan did only do 1 season, I think, right? So Milan was insane. That's the definition of a villain. Yeah, that was crazy how he infiltrated the whole security system. He ended up saving Ghost's life, then making him.
Hold on, that whole season, wasn't he the security first, and then the next season he ended up turning on Ghost? No, or was it in the same season? I don't even remember.
I just know it was a hard shift. I think it was that 1 season though, because I think it was like a really hard shift where he was like doing security, he saved his life, then he made him work for him. He showed him like, hey, this is how I'm infiltrating you, and then they kind of made up that plan to then take him out at the end.
Yeah.
Well, after he went into his house and ate dinner with his family.
Right. Yeah, that Jamaican scene, I was like, no way they're killing Ghost. I'm like, yo, everything just slowed down, and I'm like, oh, the Jamaicans are gonna kill. I was like, at least the Jamaicans are gonna get Ghost, but like, damn.
Yeah, nah.
Not came saved his ass.
That goddamn Holly, I swear. and speaking of that scene, that's the last time him and Tariq spent time together. The entire rest of the series.
Yeah.
No one talks about that. They spent no time with each other after that, other than him coming to the club and him basically making Tariq work for him at the club or whatever for that like 1 or 2 episodes. But other than that, they do not interact at all. Ghost was a terrible father.
goes telling them stay off the streets. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Guess
sell
who?
drugs. Stay in school.
Well, guess who he made time for?
Angela.
Angela. Every time. But never had time for his kids. And people be like, oh, he was busy. He was running the clubs. He was doing stuff. You know, he
No,
was
he
trying to
wasn't.
make money. Okay, cool. But why did he always make time for Angela? So you
And
could out some time to take your son to a Knicks game. He never ended up going to the game.
doing ice creams and shakes with Angela and shit. Everything with Angie. Angie got the world, bro.
Right. He didn't take Tariq to dinner. Not one time. They didn't do nothing as like brother
family.
and father. Nothing. The
No
entire
carnivals, no basketball games, no. Yeah, for real.
He never even shoot hoops with Tariq. Like go to the gym and play hoops with him.
That was Sean's thing with him. Even Kanan did, I believe. Even Kanan and Dre pulled up. Holy.
Yeah.
I've never even seen a scene with Ghost spending time with Tariq playing video games. Tommy always did it to an extent, and even he was. But again, that's his like his godfather. So it's not the same. But he still spent more time with Tariq than Ghost did. Insane. But nobody talks about that.
Yeah, and everybody. It's crazy that you said that too, because everybody paints Tariq to be this piece of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like they paint that picture.
He had a reason. He had a reason to feel that way towards his father, like, because time being spent is very important in any situation, in any relationship. So once you take away someone's time, it's just like, now you're like nobody to me. Like, I don't even know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
But guess who we got guidance from?
Who, Tariq?
Who did Tariq get guidance from? Who was the father figure?
Kanan.
Sean.
Yeah.
Kanan's family was pretty much his
from the rip. Holy crap.
that's sad. Like Tariq literally, he learned from the streets.
Yeah, that's so shitty now that you think. Now that you really break it down, you make me really not want to see Ghost come back. I'm like, I'm cool if that nigga don't come back anymore.
Actually, no. Sam opens up my eyes. Sorry to call you. Sam opens up my eyes to realize how well actually Power was written, because you had 50 kill his son, and at the end of the day had the son kill the father. It's just like you can't even trust your own blood at the end of the day. That's what. Oh my God.
It also runs a little deeper than that too, because like you can also look at it from the perspective of, if Kanan is not set up to go to jail, then none of this happens. Raina doesn't die. But unfortunately, Sean is worse than Raquel and Kanan combined if Kanan does not go to jail.
Do you think that Sean ends up being the piece of shit?
No, I think Sean ends up basically being what Tariq was supposed to be.
Yeah, well,
because Kanan would have raised him to be a lot more
worse.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but to an extent, Kanan may have been in the same predicament as Ghost, where he would have had to stop being in the game because of his son. So it may have been the same storyline between the two. So, but I think it would have been the same thing where it was like, well, he then would have been the one, instead of it being Kanan that poisoned him, Sean would have been the one that poisoned Tariq.
Yeah. And it would have happened way earlier.
Correct.
From the rip.
Because Ghost didn't really respect, and everybody be like, oh, well, you got Kanan, and then you got Kanan teaching Tariq, right? But then you got Ghost allegedly teaching Sean. What did he teach Sean? What did Sean really benefit from not being in the life?
Nothing. It was just a man's driver.
Exactly my point. And then everybody be like, well, he took care of Sean. Did he really? Because he can't play Tariq like that. Make Tariq be his fucking driver, and then he gotta take him around everywhere, and basically Tariq has to play in the background and be some loser. It's not
Tariq ain't playing that shit.
Tariq is a boss, and Tariq was raised to be a boss by Kanan. So I feel like Ghost was trying to soften Tariq up for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, because Tariq is never going for that. So the fact that you did that to Sean and made him a fucking driver, if you push Sean in a position where he's working the clubs and he's actually a manager at the clubs, then he don't get access to your wife.
Oh, that's deep.
Yo,
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Sam?
Sam is breaking it down on a different
Yeah,
level.
he is. Holy crap, man. Damn.
Man.
100%
So
right. I can't even
yeah,
lie.
He did nothing for he did nothing for Sean. I like people be like, oh, well, he did a lot more. Well, technically speaking, Kanan, the things that he taught Tariq were life skills. Some of it was about selling drugs, but a lot of it was just about life and just being able to maneuver in the world. Shit that Ghost should have taught Tariq. He didn't teach Tariq anything, but what not to do.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just stay away from it. Stay out the game.
Right. That's why Tariq wanted Ghost to be the one to teach him the game, because at least that would have been him spending time with his father. I don't think it was really specifically him teaching him how to sell drugs. I think it was just him just learning how to maneuver in the world. And he got that from Tasha, which he should have got from his father. But he got that from Kanan. You know what I'm saying? So like what valuable skills did Ghost teach Sean? Nothing but how to be damn soft.
Yeah, just how to be a driver, how to drive like this.
Shit is
I
insane.
think he did more for Dre, I want to say, than he did
Yeah.
for
Yes, he did.
maybe Tariq and freaking Sean.
For sure.
Yeah. He
That's
definitely
crazy.
he
Ghost is
liked
really a piece of.
Ghost really liked Dre, how Dre moves. So, but unfortunately, Dre is already tied to 50. So
Yeah,
Dre
but
was just a snake. Dre was just trying to snake everybody, and that was his problem. Like he didn't. Dre was even snaking himself, low key. You know what I'm saying? He was just put his hands in too many pots, and that's what screwed him up.
but it's a lot of things that are kind of brewing around that, because if Ghost does not send Kanan to jail, Kanan never meets Dre, and because he never meets Dre, he never tries to poison Dre, so that Dre has to turn against Ghost.
Ghost,
So
yeah.
Dre turns into a whole totally different person, because a lot of that shit that he did was because Kanan made him do it.
It's
You know
so
what I mean?
crazy.
The storyline alters a lot based on Kanan not going to jail.
It's so crazy that you said that too, because even all the way to Force with homegirl that died in season 1, Liliana. So you don't get Pink Shoes to cut her. Who knows if she goes to Chicago and even ends up saving Tommy? Like it's so crazy that yes, everything truly starts. Technically, the raising Kanan stuff, but everything truly starts when Ghost puts Kanan to jail. That's when
Sure.
everything, this whole thing, just goes left.
Right, because what he should have did was, I mean, technically speaking, unfortunately, he should have just
They
killed.
killed him.
Yeah, if he really felt like that, but I don't know how they're gonna spin it, because again, if Kanan is the lead of the Power, what is it called, Origins, if he's the lead of Power Origins, do they paint Kanan to be that demon, or do they paint Ghost to be the villain? You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
who knows where they go with that? I don't know what direction they go, because Ghost was this superhero savior figure in the original Power, which technically speaking, I think Ghost is the real villain of the storyline.
Yes, he always has been.
Right. But everybody hated Kanan, but it was just like, well, what was Kanan supposed to do? Kanan did exactly what he was supposed to do. He got revenge in the best way possible.
Everybody hated everyone else. They hated Tasha, Tommy, Tariq. Let's be real. It was the ladies that made everybody just fall in love with Omari and his character, that they just didn't want to see past the negative stuff. And it just made him this iconic. Yeah, but yeah, he was the real bad guy. Till
He was, unfortunately.
yeah, man.
You know,
Ghost, man.
but it's okay though, because I think that Ghost felt like he was doing the best job that he can do, and he was trying his best. And again, he did care about his family, he did care about his son, he just wanted the best for him. But I think it was the same with Kanan. Kanan wanted the best for Sean. That's why I don't think he wanted Sean in the game, but Sean ended up blowing out his knee, and that stopped his whole career. So technically speaking, you know what I mean? I think that was the route that they thought Sean was gonna be an NBA player.
Yeah.
But when he didn't, it was like, well, damn, at that point, you might as well just been in the game, because then you got him out here as a loser. He was a pointless character.
It's so crazy that you say that now, because that's something that they could kind of touch on with Origins now, with 50 possibly having his kid, dealing with, you know what I'm saying, being a young parent at that age. Do you even feel like the girl from Butter that's not Sean's mom?
No, I seen a bunch of theories online saying that that could possibly be Dre's mother, and that Kanan could be Dre's father.
Woo!
And again, I don't know if that's a reach because I can't say it's a reach because technically speaking, I mean, Crystal does look like Dre's mother,
Dre.
and Dre is older than Sean. And Dre
Mm.
always had that like brotherly, like I can't stand you vibe, like Sean was the favorite type of jealousy type of vibe towards him. You know what I'm saying? Which it stemmed out of nowhere. It was just like, well, why
Why are
does
you acting like
why
this?
does Dre not like Sean? And they never explained that. So I feel like that would be a good storyline if they went that route. I don't know. But no, she's not Sean's mother. Sean's mother name was Jarita.
Mm.
But Crystal, to get away from Kanan, could have changed her name.
That's right. That's true.
Is
That's
there
why
any?
I can't say any theory is wrong. If they got facts and if they got things to prove it, and it sounds good, I'm like, huh? Who knows how they spin it?
Right. Is there any other plot holes or theories that you've been hearing that you're like, I would like for this to play out, or I like for them to fill this in?
Oh man, where do I begin? That was the main one. And another one that I heard too that was interesting was I forgot who said this, but basically somebody was saying along the lines of like Effie could have possibly been working for Ghosty this entire time.
Mm.
And I think what ended up messing everything up was like she could have been texting Ghost when it came to like Tariq being out of product and everything. Like she could have been the
Yes.
one in the inside, basically kind of going through it. Now she eventually stops because she eventually actually catches feelings for Tariq. So she probably is torn it in between the two. So I was like, damn, that's a good ass theory, but who knows where they go with that because it could have been Kane, could have been her connect. Who knows? They still have not showed us who her connect was
Who
today
could connect? Yes, and that was from OG Power.
from OG Power.
That was OG Power. I remember her texting somebody. That is the one plot hole I want them to figure out, please, guys. Like,
Right. But who knows? I don't know. But Ghost would be that would be ideal if it ended up being Ghost. That was a good ass theory. And then like I said, it's a bunch of them. Like some of these YouTubers, I'll be like, damn, how the fuck I thought of that? Like,
right?
Get It How I Live is a good one. The cinema, Power Cinema, TV film or whatever. He's a good too. It's a lot of good ones. They be making some good theories. Some of them would be reaches. I'd be like, all right, this is a reach. Some of them be really good.
I can't. I seen one the other day that I can't remember. It was pretty good though, but I think they wanted to do like, oh no, I think that was BMF. They were talking about the spin-offs with BMFs in there, and it's talking about the policing and having like the police side of the story and stuff like that. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the BMF series because
No,
it's
50
kind of
said it himself. So I had posted that video on my page the other day where 50 basically said that they want to do a cop. He want to do a cop's perspective.
yeah.
So I think that then maybe that's where they go with Terry's story. So maybe Terry's story is a cop's perspective.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Now they're not gonna do that with Meech because Meech I think is gonna start leaning a little bit more towards the entertainment side.
yes.
You know what I mean? Because that like he did sell drugs, of course, but he was really heavy. What he's really known for is the music industry and all of that stuff. So
That's
um,
what I'm waiting for. I remember going to Atlanta and LA everywhere and seeing the big BMF signs. So like for me, I can't wait till they just get to that part. I hope they do it with like Blue Da Vinci, Young Jeezy, Fabulous, and just they kind of previewed like a little bit last night or the last episode with them showing Tupac. I don't know if anybody didn't see it, spoiler alert, but
Yeah.
eh,
Spoiler alert. God
my
damn,
bad.
bro.
oh my god, spoiler! I seen it, but spoiler!
but like they're showing a little bit of it, and that's what I think. I think that's the only thing that's really gonna save BMF is that part is when the BMF label starts happening.
I agree because I was having this debate with somebody yesterday, and I'm just like, well, all of the actors, like all of the true actors and the people that people care about, are gonna be staying in Terry's spinoff because you got Charles, you got Lucille, you got Nicole, you got um
Lala's character,
yeah, Markeisha, you got
Markeisha, I can't stand her.
Wanda.
You got the cops.
Like
You got the
yeah,
cops.
The cops.
all of the cops. I don't know if Jen, spoiler, I don't know if Jen makes it or not, but whatever. But and then Detective Brian, like they all are still in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nobody else goes to Atlanta. So Atlanta's gonna have, when they do the spinoff, it's gonna be a whole bunch of new people. Because I'm sorry, but I don't really care as much for Neo. I don't really care as much for Two Chains. Like those characters are okay,
Yeah.
but not enough to. And then the people that are in it now, like they are right, but like they're not enough to for me to be like, oh my god, I'm so excited for these characters. Like no,
I
Yeah.
mean, let's be real. Season 1, it was all about Lamar. Like Lamar saved.
And B Mickey carry season 2.
Yeah, B Mickey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's the
yeah,
conflict. Like I was telling this guy the other day, like I don't think the BMF series, it shouldn't have been a series, in my opinion. It should have been a movie, maybe a part 1, a part 2 movie, but not a series. I don't think their story is not intriguing enough to carry, like, I guess it's going to 4 seasons now, but damn.
I think it's intriguing enough, but I just feel like, let's be honest, the people that really carried the show are now gone. Like even Cash Doll's character was heavy in the storyline.
Yeah, that's the
She's now dead. You know what I mean? Kato was heavy in the storyline season 1.
Kato season 1. Like, yep.
And then Mickey, like I said, he carried the storyline, even though he was a rat and did all that stuff. His storyline was interesting, and he's a good ass actor.
Yeah,
fact.
Yeah.
And now he's gone for this season. You haven't seen him at all this season.
Correct. And I don't know if they bring him in or not.
I don't think they do. I think he's actually totally out of the clique still.
Right.
Because
and then
Mike didn't like him anyways.
Lamar was the show.
Exactly.
Yeah, Lamar was the show. I think that's where they screwed up. I wouldn't even say screwed up. I just didn't think that they thought he was gonna get the reception that he did.
No, I knew I'm sure they knew that he was gonna get that reception.
You think so?
Absolutely.
I feel like they probably thought somebody else. Like I didn't, because even with season 2,
to always be the main like technically Ronnie was the villain. The villain is always supposed to be out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just hasn't been, like even with Mecha. Mecha was a villain to some characters, but he was an outstanding character, but they just get killed off too quickly.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's just like what? Like I don't know.
Yeah, BMF, that's the only thing that's saving me. I just can't wait to you get the label started and you see them doing the music videos and shooting that stuff. It's the saving grace for that show, honestly. Like I'm just like, right, I'll watch until you get there.
Okay. Because the Charles storyline was cool for season 2, but it's getting played out now.
But they're going through a divorce, no? They're going through a divorce now.
Right, but it's just like, and then this is not even true. Like,
so I have to tell Vegas that shit was.
He's gonna cheat in real life. They dramatized that whole thing to make him out to be the bad guy, and it's like, damn, he's not even here to defend himself.
Jesus Christ,
that shit is insane.
Wow. R.I.P. the real Charles, man. Yeah, I didn't like that either. I don't like how they're making him out to be a cheater, but I understand it. Him being poor is not gonna be
as nice as
storytelling wise as okay. Well, he just went out there and he was unfaithful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they're not gonna make Lucille look like, oh well, he was broke, so I divorced him. They're not gonna do it. Not to the women.
But that would be so real though. But that would be the realest thing. Like it would have been better if they did that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's more relatable.
They made him cheat. Because that him and Mabel putting her things on his back. Yeah. that was one of my favorite scenes. For sure.
Shout out Charles, man. He got a bad one there. You got some bad ones. Before we get out of here, I know you got some stuff to do. Is there anything else that you're watching right now? Anything else that you're tuned into?
Not really. Really just BMF right now. Just trying to keep up with the content because again, last year I gained like 60,000 followers from BMF. So I'm like, oh shit, I guess I gotta post. And this is a little slow. But we only have episode 3, so I'm not giving up yet. But last year, oh my god, I went crazy during BMF.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So really just BMF and some Marvel stuff here and there. And like I'm a big movie head, so I go to the movies like every week.
Oh, okay. Have you seen anything? What recently?
Yeah. Everything that's out. Dune. I just saw King Arthur on Monday.
Okay.
Everything that's out I've seen. Madam Web, whatever.
How did you like Madam Web? Because they were shitting on it online.
I thought Madam Web was decent. I don't know what the hate is about. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because it's the female lead stories. Like, I didn't think Captain Marvel 2 was that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
Right, and people was dragging. I'm just like, all right, like it was cool. Like, could it have been better? Yes. Do I like Captain Rambo? Yes. Is she the reason I went to go see the movie? Yes, but who cares? Here's why I went to go see it. It was a great movie.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, just tapping it with power and just I try to get into shows here and there, but like I don't know, nothing is really picking my interest for real. Netflix has been kind of dull.
Netflix is always dull. Well,
It
for
has
us, we in Canada, so Netflix is super dull. I don't know how it is over there, but there's
okay.
The Gentleman, a UK show. I believe Guy Ritchie does it. Vegas.
Yeah, the director's Guy Ritchie. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. And I don't watch nothing on Netflix. I hate Netflix, but that show right there, I'm on my last episode. Really good show. Really good watch.
I mean, I watch a lot of shows from there. My favorite is definitely Virgin River is my favorite show on Netflix. Yeah, I watch you. I try to get into Griselda. I can't get over the like that. It's not like English. Like it's like a lot of Spanish, and I gotta read subtitles. I don't like that.
Hate that shit.
Yeah,
You gotta get
it's
over
starting to
it,
get good.
man. Get over. You guys are missing great
I'll
shows.
do it. Don't get it twisted. I'll watch them, but I don't like it.
I don't like it. Yeah, and it's different if like they had the English people, if they had the English being spoken and it didn't match what they were saying. I could deal with that. There's some good shows on Netflix like that. I could deal with that. But for them to be talking Spanish and I gotta read subtitles in English, no,
Yeah, Sam doesn't watch anime, that's for sure.
I do not.
He does not.
But yeah, I tried. Unless y'all got some suggestions, but I really don't. Yeah, I don't tend to watch other stuff for real. I'm a big YouTuber. I watch YouTube all day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of same boat.
Yeah, me too.
Podcasting guy, Joe Button.
Hmm.
I watch wrestling and shit. So like, you know what I'm saying? Power was. I'm lying actually. I do watch other TV shows, but there's nothing really good right now. I'm trying to think. Like The
Right.
Walking Dead came back with Rick and Michonne. It's been all right. It's been decent. But yeah, everything TV show wise has been mid.
Correct. And I don't know, and I don't want to like blame like COVID and stuff. Like I did watch the new Tyler Perry movie, the Mia Culpa. That was pretty decent.
Is that the one with My Girl from
Kelly
Destiny
Rowland.
Child?
Yeah, yep.
I gotta take that in.
Kelly Rowland. That was a pretty decent movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo,
I wouldn't even want to say it's COVID.
What was with the scene? I heard about a scene where they're
the
making love
paint?
in paint, and it
Yeah,
was filmed from the top.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
Realistic, crazy, wild, nice. Like
The first half, really good. I was like, oh shit, this movie about to be crazy. And then the second half was just like, where is this going? And it had a little plot twist. I was like, oh, okay, I see what they did there. But it was overall, the movie was kind of it was decent. I would say it's better than mid. It was like a 6.5.
6.5.
Definitely worth watching because it's a Tyler Perry movie. I like to support the black actors. Like if any movie comes to any movie that come to the theater, I'm gonna watch any in general. But just saying in general. But that movie, anything black, I'm definitely going for sure.
And I don't want you were saying it was COVID. Remember too, I don't even think it's COVID, the strikes.
It's a strike.
The strikes just came off too, right? So that's probably I'm hoping within the next couple of months we'll start getting better TV shows and better movies. Before we get out of here though, the last thing I wanted to bring up was we've been having this problem in Toronto where it's just like there's no TV shows. There's nobody's putting out TV shows like, New York or just in general the States. You guys got Money and Violence, Respect Life. You see UK has Top Boy and they have another hood.
Top Boy ended now. Top Boy ended now.
Yeah, Top Boy, but they still had something. Like Toronto, we're not known for any TV shows like that. Is there any advice that you want to give to any of the videographers, any of the script writers out here for Toronto to get off their ass and just make a show for Power is Fire to possibly watch, review,
I mean, I would definitely I would look. Oh, I think it's just I think people would need to go to Toronto a little bit more often. Like, you know what I mean? Like do some things. Like here in the States, I'm gonna be doing actually a Power convention in October.
Wow.
Yeah. So basically I'm gonna be like bringing celebrities. I'm going to be doing a lot of like info sessions, like bringing the people that do like the costume design for the different of all of the power shows.
Oh, dope.
I'm going to be bringing. I'm hoping to get Courtney Kemp as the
Hey.
that'd be nice. And just some of the actors to kind of talk about they journey. Some of the extras talk about their journey. So it'll be info sessions. I want to have fans come and do theory workshops or like whatever. Like if let's just say for an example, like a cop wanted to come and like talk about how they would have ran the investigation to catch Tommy Egan. I mean, like they'll do little fun workshops like that, and then we'll have like mixers and different socials, and basically it's just a way for the fans to kind of come together. So I'm trying to have that in Albany, New York, in October, like think like the middle of October. So I'm in the process of booking the location now. So that's what I mean. Like I said, that's what I'm doing. Just kind of just trying to do little things that's like outside of the box. So I think Canada could do little things like that. Like that's like a little bit more outside of the box. But what is the network? Is there like not a network that like Canadians like watch specifically, or?
We got Rogers TV, we got Bell Canada, Bell Media.
Like we got our MTVs and stuff like that, but it's like nobody's creating content.
Realistically, I think sorry to cut you, Gutsy. I think the network has to be YouTube still. There's like we don't have like the support of the media companies out here. And maybe we do. I'm not in the video aspect of producing and stuff, but I think what we have to do is we have to make a show and drop it on YouTube, and then the money comes from the I guess somebody would see some big wig will see and be like, oh, this show has potential. Let's put some more money into it. But we don't want them to like kind of like ungritty the thing, because if it's gritty and provide like I'm saying, if it's edgy, sometimes the Canadian like the CRTC would wanna, which is our like broadcast company people, like they would want to kind of water that shit down. We don't want that, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's the issue. It's just the Canadian shows out here, they're just too watered down. It's not edgy enough. I mean, we have Law and Order Toronto now. I guess that's the most edgy thing that been on our TV since fucking what's that cop show? Have you seen the cop show from back then?
Which one?
It was a really good show. Amy from Power Rangers was in it.
I know which one you're talking about. That's one with all the different cops, and they would go to different parts of Toronto.
Yes,
I forgot the name of it, but that was actually a decent.
That was the last greatest Canadian show that we had years ago.
Well, my thing is, okay, so when it comes to Toronto, right? Like who are the big wigs? Like who are the big people? I mean, obviously Drake, but like other than Drake, but Drake live in the States now. So like who are the big?
Like it like we have big, like obviously like the Ryan Goslings, like, but the people here, I feel like with Toronto, everybody tells you to leave. So like when you do get big, you're not even here really like that. And that's an issue that we get into this problem too, because everybody always asks, well, how come Drake doesn't do more for the city? And I feel like he doesn't have to. But at the same time, it's just like, well, he is doing a show for the UK. I mean,
right?
Why can't he do one for us?
Did he not produce Top Boy?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, produce that. It's just like I don't understand like why you don't do something like even movies like what 50 is doing. Drake could do in Canada in general.
Nav, Tory Lanez, like anybody.
Yeah, well, Tory Lanez locked up now.
Well, yeah. Tory Lanez before.
But I think that would be my thing is just try to tap into doing some more movies, like you know what I mean, like maybe some big movies in Toronto. Because as far as I'm concerned, Toronto's the place to go. I've been to Toronto twice.
It's great out here, as long as you're not in the hoods. Like, but it's great otherwise.
It's a great city to go to. It's always something going on. Like, I feel like it's always a lot of concerts there. It's like a lot of like liveliness in the city. Like it's a beautiful city, clean city. When I say clean compared to New York.
Yes. Compared to New York, yes.
I might be like, oh, is it clean? But compared to New York, oh my gosh, yeah,
pretty clean.
Definitely. I mean, it ain't Ottawa.
No. Ottawa's dirty as shit. We gotta plan another trip though.
Ottawa's dirty.
Ottawa's dirty. There's crackheads in it. It's not what it
dirty.
Oh, like maybe that, you in the nice. Maybe in the nice parts. Yeah, you in the nice
talking about the streets of Ottawa. Like the streets of Ottawa. I mean, Canada's clean. It's a clean country. Like they take care.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, like, well, every place I've been in Canada, was clean as shit.
Mhm.
And again, because like I said, I go to New York City and I go to like Detroit. Like you go to some of those cities, and it's just like, oh my goodness, like this is like bad. There's nowhere like that in Toronto.
Mm,
Yeah, you're right. No, he's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's probably another depiction I feel like people have too. But y'all could you could definitely come in on the love, you could do a lot of love stuff there. Like it's a nice romantic city. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of fun in the city, so you could show that side of it too. Um, but yeah, I think people will take it serious.
You got a good you have definitely a good point. Like I guess because we're always in that box of like talking to like musicians and rappers, even like just struggles, like maybe struggles of a musician or romantic like rom-coms. Like you're actually right. Like we could actually just open up our mind to doing other movies that might do well, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be just the street
It
hood
doesn't have to be.
power
Yeah.
side of it. Yeah,
We
it could
could
be
get it. We
anything.
could get
That stuff
there.
too. You could do that stuff too, of course, because
Yeah.
things happen in Canada, of course. But
Yeah.
it's just like I think the culture doesn't have to kind of be brought out. What you could bring out is the talent in the city. The whole point is to bring out the talent in the city and not to bring out the bad parts. Because of course, obviously, it's a lot of crime and shit, and it is actual drug dealers and shit that goes on like that in New York and Chicago. So
Mhm.
it's understandable. But the city is a lot more than that. You know what I mean? A lot of films are filmed, a lot of movies are filmed in New York City. A lot of movies are filmed in Chicago. A lot of movies are filmed in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean. So I think that y'all just tap into that. You tap into whatever makes the city uh more lively and look good. Because again, I don't think that and as you can see, it's not a lot of, with the exception of Power, there are really no hood movies being put out.
Or yeah, like TV show wise, yeah, not really. Most of them are getting on like YouTube and stuff like that, but not yeah.
Right. But as far as like hood movies, that genre is kind of dead
Yeah, that's facts
in
still.
general.
That's
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
yeah.
Like it can still last in Power because Power has always been kind of known for that. So
Mhm.
and then they're just kind of spinning off on it. But with the exception of some of the TV shows in the theater, they don't put that out anymore.
Mm.
So true.
Yeah.
When's the last time we had like a belly or dead presidents? You know, like we haven't had one of those in a minute now that I think about it.
Right,
No.
like the hoodest movie I could think of is probably like something from some ghetto ass Tyler Perry movie, uh or like a movie like
Probably like My Boys movie.
NWA. Like that's
Um,
not, but I can't even
Yeah.
count that. It's
I,
just like what, like that genre is kind of dead now.
I think the last one was American Gangster to my recollection.
Oh
I
my
don't.
That
gosh,
that don't even count. Like
crazy.
I'm thinking like Fruitville Station.
Oh man, that's 2016, 2017, right?
Like yeah, but that's like a real hood. It wasn't even hood because it was like a short film or like maybe an independent filmmaker that did something with Michael B. Jordan, and yeah, like there's no real hood movies. Yeah, that's
Barely
so true.
black movies that's not biopics. Like if you really look at it, like
Mm,
we've had a bunch of biopics. They had the Bob Marley movie, like, but that's it. All we get is biopics in the theater now. We don't get any like hood anything. We don't get any like kind of culturized movie like anymore. Unfortunately, like the people that used to make those movies now on Netflix or now on the streaming platform. So again,
Mhm.
Tyler Perry still puts out movies
mm-hmm.
once in a while, but again, it's not, like, and we lucky to get a damn what's his name, Jordan Peele movie. We lucky to get that once every 2 years.
And then John Singleton went to the TV show, did Snowfall. Yep.
Right. But that's it. Like we don't get anything in the theater now. Like that's just dead across the board. That's not only a Canada thing. That's not that it's even in the States. They don't make those movies anymore.
Hmm.
And I don't know if it's because maybe people get canceled for making those type of movies, or people don't have interest in those movies anymore. Even slave movies. Like people used to be like, oh, we need to stop with the slave movies. Okay. Well, now we don't got shit.
You know, yeah, I can't remember the
Yeah.
It's
last
like, well,
slave
damn.
movie.
You got The Color Purple. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, the musical. That's not even a movie.
Yeah,
Right.
the
Like
musical.
word. Like it's like, what do we have now? Like we don't
Nada.
have shit in the theater now. Like I said, I'm a avid movie goer, and I could name maybe on two hands the amount of movies that were black led in the last 4 or 5 years. It's insane. 50 Cent putting out all these shows. Great. Why is the theater? Why you don't put something in the theater? You got this whole G Unit film production company now. Put something in the theater.
I think we'll be getting that soon. I feel like I'm hoping that we're gonna get like Power, the movie. You know, I'm hoping.
It should be years. Why is it not a Power movie? Crazy.
Well, I guess it's just how much people actually go to the movies versus how many people are at home watching streaming. I think it's just that, you know, and there's not a lot of people.
Why people are at home watching the streaming?
I think people are still watching the movies.
No, hold on. But do you know why people are watching and streaming?
Why?
Because they don't push it in the theater. What are we going?
It's so true. Like, fam, remember, they just stopped putting everything in the theater. They told everybody, okay, COVID, you got to stay out of there. Then they're like, okay, you can go, but we're just going to stream your movies anyways. So, like, it doesn't even make sense.
Like, I had this argument all the time with people, and people would be like, well, all these hood classics and stuff that, like, movies that we look back at, like, oh my God, like In Too Deep and stuff like that, like Baby Boy. If Baby Boy comes out in 2024, it's a Tubi movie.
Same with In Too Deep.
Same with So we can't even like I said, we can't even put those kind of movies out anymore because people aren't gonna go see them. Like even Ice Cube stopped making movies.
Yeah, when's the last? Are you
Only
there
thing he
yet?
puts out is are we there yet? Or he does the damn
Ride Along with Kevin Hart. Nah, he's doing
coming out, and then they got Bad Boys. Bad Boys is coming out, so that's gonna be cool, I guess. I'm kind of over Bad Boys, but at this
I'm over that.
Give us anything. I don't care now. At this point, shit.
Meteor Man 2 or some shit, bro. Like, I don't fucking know. Give us something.
We get Bad Boys 4. I think that's gonna be the only black movie for the rest of the year.
Fuck, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, yo, it's so crazy when we went through the list. Remember when we went through the list earlier this year in Vegas and we read all those movies? I'm thinking there's no real black movies in there.
No, there wasn't. Just a lot of super
Twisters 2.
Yeah, Twisters.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, a lot of superheroes, super movies like
Deadpool.
Yeah,
no,
it ain't even no real superhero movies because Marvel only putting out 2 movies this year.
Yeah, it's only Deadpool.
I'm sorry, it's only Deadpool.
Yeah, it's only Deadpool.
Spider-Man is gonna be next year. Yeah, they moved it. But so yeah, that's it. It's like, what the fuck? Like, we only get 1 Marvel movie this year. Well, it's just like, all right, okay, cool. We may get I think we do get a Jordan Peele movie this year, I believe. I heard. I don't know, but whatever. But still in all, it's like, come on.
Yeah, they need us. I think this is our cry that they need us to start doing film. We need to get off this podcasting. We need to get out the internet, and we need to be behind the cameras and writing these scripts because they need us. They need some fresh minds, fresh faces.
Gotta put the movies out. Then you got to find a way they put it out. So that's why a lot of people will put those movies on Tubi. And again, nothing wrong with Tubi. But all I'm saying is that these movies that are going to Tubi is basically what the 90s movies used to look like. It's just with the 90s movies, they had to put it out on theater. They wasn't putting that shit out for nothing.
Yeah, because there was no streaming. There wasn't a streaming platform to put shit on. So
correct. So I don't know, but listen, it's great talking about, man.
Sam, thank you like always, man. Appreciate you so much. Everybody here, make sure you guys go subscribe to Power is Fire. Go follow him on Instagram. You're everywhere else too. TikTok, all them places.
TikTok, Power is Fire Media, YouTube, Power is Fire, and Instagram, Power is Fire. And I'm also on X as well. I barely use X, but I'm on there.
I can tell. I know why. You be waking up and seeing the most. And you be like, yeah, let me go back to Instagram.
It's not even that. It's just Instagram is a lie. I try with the YouTube thing, and obviously I still try to put out a podcast episode when I can, because that editing shit, oh my goodness.
Tell me about it.
Editing is a beast.
It is. It is. But man, thank you again, Sam. We appreciate you. Again, people, go follow Power is Fire, the most tapped in Power page there is. I'm saying it. All right. It's been your boy Gutsy.
Off this.